I've been cleaning the pool all day. I'm absolutely knackered.
Yeah?
How's about you?
Same, boss. Same.
Yeah.
Welcome to Those Dent Guys, bringing you the latest in GBR PDR. We're here to bring you the tips and techniques from the top technicians around the globe, not to mention the inspiration and marketing savvy to go henceforth, forthwith, and destroy those dents with a lovely cup of tea and a step of a nip. Attention! For those dent guys. Bravo, chaps.
Hey, and we're
Hey.
back again.
1, 2, 3, back in the room.
Back in the room. Back in your living room. Look at it.
I know. It's good, isn't it?
I thought it was just a Friday night cheers thing, but you've proper moved in, haven't you?
I have. Quite like it, yeah. I've not managed to learn how to play the piano yet, but I like it, yeah. It's good.
There's going to be a lot of people upset about that, man. Everyone keeps asking for you to play. And
it echoes in here.
it
Hello.
is a bit.
Hello. Hello. I'm Martin Sadler from Dent Removal.
Oh, yeah. And I'm Ben Ridley, off of Trident PDR.
And this is Those Dent Guys.
Welcome back, all 22 of you already. 23.
Good evening and good morning if you're in Australia.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. Is Bill on? Should we start off with a bit of a roll call and see who is on?
Yes.
Well, let me just drop these banners off so we can see. Right, let's jump in those comments. Who's on? Joe Monk's on there straight away. Look, evening, fellas. PDR Plonkcast. He's still
Good
there.
evening.
Lovely stuff. Who
Plonkcast.
else is there? James is there. Evening, buddy. And we've got Igor. Igor's in the place.
All right, Igor. Hello.
The man who's just got back travelling to destinations unknown.
He loves it, doesn't he?
He does love it. Him and his yellow suitcase. Who else is with us? We've got Andy. Howdy. How are we, dude? And Sam's on. Kirk's on. Graham. How we doing? Keith's
Evening,
on.
everybody.
Leon. Anthony's on with his flexor.
Flexor.
Matt Setterfield. Who else have we got? Christopher Allen tuning in from
Morning,
Texas.
Christopher. Hello.
Look at that. We are reaching places, mate. Reaching places. And Simon Dar. Simon, how are we, buddy?
He's been busy today, Sam, hasn't he?
Simon has been busy.
Yeah.
Should we have a little chat about why Simon's been busy?
Yeah, he's been blowing a sheep up all day, hasn't he?
Well, we had that chat on last episode, didn't we? I think it was maybe Leon chucked up about the, is it the body bag? The inflatable damage reduction kit. And none of us really knew much about it at the time. And Simon jumped on, didn't he? Suggesting that he might just use a blow-up rubber doll instead. Well, Simon has been busy today, and he's taken the time out to send us a little video, hasn't he?
Interesting.
Shall we take a look?
Yes, why not?
Oh, here we go. So Simon had himself a Mini Cooper with a bit of a wallop on the back, didn't he? And
look at that.
It looks perfect body bag territory, but Simon didn't have a body bag. He had an inflatable sheep instead, didn't he?
Hey.
It's the kind of thing that brings a tear to my eye and
It's really happy, isn't it? It's like, I got a sheep, don't you know?
makes you proud to be a part of the industry. Look at the initiative.
Yeah, but watch this. Watch this in a second. Are you ready? It's getting proper full, is that sheep?
Look at that.
I know, yeah. Watch this in a second when he starts tapping it with that hammer thing.
He did warn that you can't go above 20 psi with old Dolly the sheep.
It's going, isn't it?
Good lad.
Good old sheep. He's giving it a kiss of life, look. Look at his face.
He loves it. He's well happy with himself.
He's sucking on the toe there, isn't he?
It's a bit tricky to... Oh, is it popped? I tell you what, though.
Yeah, it's come out well, hasn't it?
That's some result, that.
Yeah, sheep's done the trick there.
That is some result. It's almost like it should be Dent of the Week just on genius levels alone.
The sheep dent of the week.
Sheep. It's like Tool of the Week and Dent of the Week all in one.
It is really, isn't it?
Look at that, even a bit of promo.
Yeah, it's good that, isn't it? Yeah, from Swansea. That's in Wales, isn't it?
I believe so. Top work. Well, I did a little bit of research on that, and I don't know how much the body bag was costing, but I do know you can get one of them inflatable sheep for $4.99 from Ann Summers, and I believe it comes with a free bottle of sanitizer. At least I think that's what it is.
You soon found out, wouldn't you?
Moving swiftly on, mate. Swiftly on before we go too lowbrow.
You started it.
I did. I'm sorry. Sorry. Well, we are back for episode 6, is it? Episode 6?
That's it. Yeah, correct.
What are we doing this time round, mate?
Got a super special guest on.
Have we got a super mystery guest?
Super mystery guest.
Did anyone guess who it was?
I don't know. I don't think so.
No.
Got any comments? No, it's certainly not Mr. Milner because he's going hello, hello.
It's not Mr. Milner. He's in the comments. Who's missing from the comments, though?
Oh, don't know.
Who's missing from the comments? Well, there's a little clue for you. Wax on, wax off. Welcome to the show, Mr. Steve Wood off of I Do Dents.
How are we all doing? You all right?
Yeah, boy.
Good evening.
Thank you for inviting me on.
No problem. East side.
East side.
East side. Straight away.
What does it even mean?
Well, it's the east coast of the UK. Trying to act
east of the east.
There you go. There you go. Steve, straight away off the bat, all your stuff's on the bottom of the screen, but let everyone know where they can find you on social medias and stuff if anyone wants to go and check you out before getting involved in all this.
Awesome stuff. Yeah. So I'm just on Facebook and just started on Instagram at the moment, but that's the only places I am. I don't have websites or anything like that. Something to maybe look into in the future, but yeah, just for now, Facebook and Instagram.
Awesome. So Facebook is at I Do Dents. Go and search that.
Facebook, I Do Dents Limited. You'll easily find it like that. Instagram, I_do_dents_LTD.
LTD.
That's the one.
Bingo. Go give Steve a follow on platforms because there's just some savage work being put
Plenty
out.
of videos on there, aren't there? Loads of time-lapse videos and mega smashes. Good effort. Some savage repairs there.
Savage repairs, but such a wicked, unique style as well, if you don't mind me saying. Just
not at all, no.
Getting the time lapses the way you do it, sort of, you don't see many folk doing it, and just your whole branding and everything is bang on, buddy.
I appreciate the comments, definitely. Yeah,
that graffiti in his in the workshop that's mental.
Yeah, we're good to watch that happen. That it only took him about 2.5 hours to do it. But yeah,
really?
It's a brilliant process to watch him doing that. Yeah.
I hope you didn't pay him too much for only 2.5 hours work.
No, I actually paid him more because I was impressed. I thought he'd charge me. To be fair, so I give him a few extra.
Keep the price high.
But he's just a local tattoo guy.
Nice.
I got in touch with so he flew out, like I say, a couple of hours, and that was it. Bish bash bosh. But it really made everything tied together in my little unit, if you like.
Tell you what, it's a hell of a workshop as well. Really nice space.
Thank you. Yeah. It started off as just a little concrete box, and that's all it is. There's just 2 plug sockets in there, so everything I've had to sort of think outside the box, if you like, and just try to tie everything in, make it work, make it look pretty.
Yeah. Well, did you not put up a like a bit of a time lapse of it being an empty shell to having it fully decked out?
Yeah. So it's not that long ago. That'll be back. Yeah, it'd be about a year ago. That popped up on my memories actually. So yeah, worked too long ago. Hey up, Andy, how you doing, mate? All right. The one who is the one.
The one who is
the one who is the one.
Was it not you that gave Andy that nickname?
It was, yeah, because what I did was with Batman, and then it came up with a translation of Nana 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 to the one who is the one, and that's how we got that name. No, Batman. It translated it where he wrote it. So I got the Facebook translation and it said the one who is the one. And that's how that one came about. Yeah.
Probably the best tagline in the PDR industry, if you want my opinion.
It's a good one, though, isn't it?
Nice. Martin, are you in the comments now? Did you make it onto...
No. Yeah, I did really, yeah.
Good lad.
Right. I was joking because of what happened last time.
I'm off.
And, yeah. So, yeah, I am in the comments. I'm the comment master.
Good lad. That keeps me out of it because you had me panic there for a minute that I've got to get involved in the comments.
Really?
We know I don't do very well.
I can't let you do all the talking and do all the comments at the same time.
No. Steve's here to do all the talking now.
Yes. I can't see none of the comments, so you'll have to, I can't see a thing. I've only got my phone in front of me and that's it.
It's for the best, mate. I promise you.
I'll be looking back later to see if I got any stick.
No, it's all clean. It's all nice. It's all lovely stuff on there.
For now.
I've just opened the floodgates on that one, haven't I?
Yeah. It's not going to take long to descend into chaos, I'm sure. That's what we do best, right?
All right.
Would you have it any other way?
Probably not.
What's that, sorry?
I said, would you have it any other way?
No, definitely not.
Exactly.
We love the comments. We love our viewers.
We do. I mean, we were on the 30 mark again, buddy. There's
Friday night.
There's plenty of people involved again. Friday night.
See, it's going downhill now.
All right, Dave.
How we doing, buddy?
Right, we need to curb this.
Yeah.
What is it? Tool of the week or dent of the week?
I think, should we go tool first and then we can...
yeah.
Do you want to kick us off?
If you're going to do the banner, yeah. Dent of the week.
He's up close and personal.
Let's get up off my high chair then.
Tool of the week. What have you got for us, mate?
What have I got for you?
Yeah.
I have got these bad boys. Oh, sorry, wrong ones. These bad boys.
Nice.
Oh, yes. Look at that. The version 3 fender pliers. Nah.
They're brutal, them, aren't they?
Nice out of these. Look at that. So you can adjust the feet like that. And also bring them in as well. Whereas these, you can do the same with the version 2. If you put a wide bridge on, you can put it the opposite way. Put it on this side, on top, and then it'll rotate. But the nut keeps coming undone, and it'll probably take you half an hour to find the right Allen key to tighten them up. It's an American thread, so these are best stay, like that with the wide bridge secure.
Yeah.
But these, they move and they don't really come undone. They're not wobbling all over the place. So yeah, version 3.
Happy days. Do you say the version 3 totally negates the version 2?
Well, the version 2, you get them with the smaller feet. So you can either buy the wide bridge or you can buy this one that's probably better overall. Yeah, I reckon. But if you've already got the Defender pliers, the version 2, yeah, it's up to you if you get the wide bridge. Might work out a bit cheaper, but it just depends what you want. I've not done a review on them. I've not really tried them out yet, but they look super.
So have you got that lip attachment, Martin? Did you put that on the week? Was that a tool of the week or the week? That lip attachment that you've got for him?
The anti-blowout.
Yeah, that's the one.
The red ones.
Yeah.
I've got them, but I've not tried them out properly yet.
Someone put a tip on the other day, didn't they? That you could use that tip on doodah.
Yeah, you can do. Yeah, you can use it on a doodah. You can use it on the Ultra Dentals bar that I always use. You could use it on that, for lifting up shallow dented wing edges. So it's good for doing that because it's less likely to blow out. but using it on the edge pliers and fender pliers, I think you have to have that specific damage to use it, really. Which I'm trying to find. But you can use the blowout tips. You can put one on each side, so you can put one on there and then one on there, and sort of like crimp the wing edge, the panel edge, and then pull it out with your hands, and it'll bring the full panel out without it kinking.
Nice.
But
Happy days.
There'll be a video and all that soon anyway.
I don't need to wait for your video, mate. I think I'm getting involved in those ASAP.
They're nice. They're good. So I'm super chuffed with them.
Perfect, man. Have you given them a good run out yet, or is
No,
it just turned up?
Just turned up, yeah, and they're nice and shiny, and I don't want to scratch them just yet. But don't worry, next week they're going to get some hammer.
Good lads. Everybody go check out Martin's socials so you can get a good view on those version 3 edge pliers.
Fender pliers.
Fender pliers. Sorry.
Get it right.
It's because I've got the edge pliers. I'm just hardwired. Happy days, mate. Happy days.
Yeah, at the moment you can only get them from Custom PDR Tools. That's in America, and you can try TDN, see if they're going to get them in stock.
I would imagine that'll be a imminent thing, but I'm sure I don't know if anyone from TDN's watching tonight, but ETA on those bad boys on the TDN shop.
Definitely worth it though. It's super.
Oh yeah,
nice,
for sure.
Really nicely made.
Absolutely, they do look fairly substantial, to be fair.
Yeah,
groovy, baby.
Like a go, then they look miles better than ones I've got, which at first version.
Yeah,
edge pliers
them to begin with, but seeing them, I think it's something that I definitely have a go with.
I mean, I've got them all. So I mean, the edge pliers they're really good for door edges, but the fender pliers are miles better for wings.
Yeah.
You can't really. Well, you can, but you can use the fender pliers for door edges, but it's a bit awkward.
That gap's going to be too big, isn't it? You're not going to get enough leverage and purchase.
Yeah, you just don't get as much leverage as you do with edge pliers. Yeah, the edge pliers are super.
I tell you what, though, I think I've just seen a tip not so long ago that might work a treat in them. Isn't that right, Steve? But maybe for a bit later.
Yeah, maybe for a bit later. But it's something. Something that I've sort of had for a while, because I modified a tip a lot of years ago, to be honest, and what I use for edges. I've always liked to bring my edges round, and there was never a tip that were really any good for it, and you didn't want to ruin your best ones. So I just wanted an idea and a way of doing that where I could do it pretty hard and brutally, and do it right. So I've been working on an idea, but it was meant to be due for a bit of a reveal today. But after a week of rigorous testing, today was the day that he decided to give up on me. So it's not really the best material to be made of. Maybe I should go down a different route with it. But for what it is, it does the job pretty well. Should we show everyone what it is?
Well, I'll tell you what, why the hell not? Because we've seen it and it looks epic.
Yeah, so this is what I called a lip tip. I don't know if you can.
You can see it, yeah.
Look at that. Look at that. It's even got Do Dents original tools wrote on it.
Look at that. It's been branded.
And lip tip, where it's just the ball basically, but that's meant for perhaps door edges and wing lips. And basically, you just start lip on it, enables you to hook right into edge and just give it some proper welly. But it takes shallows, you know, when your lips rolled round or a bit in. Rolled around a little bit, you end up with that shallow all the way around it, which is difficult to get back right with a bar without, you know, putting little nipples in it all the way across it. You got to go real soft or do a dragging motion. But with that, when you belt it up all the way across, it just brings that shallow up all the way across. Absolutely brilliant. And like I say, I've used it all week on some pretty nasty stuff. But today, you just killed it. Yeah, I killed it. But I can kill anything. I killed 2 ratchet hatchets.
You did. I saw that. But to be honest, mate, it's the best way of doing it. It's better that you test it to high hell and know durability. There's no good rushing these things out there for 1,000 techs to be going.
I don't want it lasting a week for everyone. You're going to get in trouble.
That's Steve Wood from Do Dents. Why I oughta.
No, it's something to work on, and hopefully I'll be able to get something a bit better together, what's a bit more durable, and knock them out to everybody if anyone's interested. So
yeah, good effort, yeah.
Help out, and I wouldn't do them if they didn't really. So
sign me up.
Yeah, I'll have one of your balls.
Quick, moving on.
That's a slow of a tone. Come on then, Ben, what's your tool of the week?
Right, my tool of the week is, I was going to, Ryan Shuts on, look, how you doing, buddy?
Good evening, good morning.
Good to see you. Yeah, it's going to be about that. I was going to go with the Kiko K-bar again because it's all I've been using. It's just been that damage after that damage after that
week
damage.
After week after week.
I know, but instead I've gone with the DB Dent Tools bar. I didn't have the time to figure out the stats on it today and lengths, etc. But let me just get rid of that banner. That bad boy is super strong. Gets you in everywhere. Great for wings, quarter panels, but also that tip that DB Dent Tools does. It actually revolves a bit, and it is just mean for building up wing edges. Again, just kind of like Steve was saying about putting loads of stab marks in stuff, this, that, and the other. When you're kind of in the finishing edges of body lines on wings, that little bad boy just solves shallows so fast it's not even funny.
Just roll them out.
Oh yeah. You kind of like just pivot, so you just like hold it there and just drag it across the body line. Yeah, unreal. He does do a sharper version of that, but I'll be honest, in my opinion, it's just too sharp. That push you get off that tip there is actually sharper than what you'd think.
Really?
But yeah, it is just great for rebuilding and finishing. Yeah, refinishing is probably the better word. That final stages of a body line on a wing. But that
can
bar...
you put any lines in it? Can you in the panel if you push?
Yeah. I've not done it. No, not me. You'll never catch me slipping with a tool like that and cursing. Yeah, listen, it happens. But yeah, you do have to go a little bit gentle with it. But when you get it just right and the pressure on it, just like I say, finishing that body line, absolutely epic. But even if you're not bothered about that tip, that bar is unreal, absolutely unreal, and that's all there is to say about that.
DB Dent Tools bars, and his 91. He's got a 90 bend one with an adjustable handle. I use that on doors all the time since I've got that. Absolutely brilliant for like Fiesta swage lines. Just stick an R4 on there, blue tip or something like that, and you can really meet away at that lump it out. Brilliant tool.
Perfect.
Yeah, stuff, so fair play to old Danilo.
Yeah, he's got some good original stuff coming out. Is he sort of building up a whole shop, or?
It looks like it to me. Yeah, he's got all sorts. He's got a right arsenal behind him, hasn't he?
I know. Yeah, he's getting full, isn't he?
He's what, mate?
That Brazil glue that he's got. Has anyone used that?
Don't know.
Nope. Nope. Things about that.
Anyone jump in the comments, let us know. Have you used that Brazilian glue that's being bandied about? Be interesting to know what's happening there.
Off without solvents and stuff like that. It just peels straight
I'll tell you
off.
what, it's going to have to take something to get me off Glexo hot glue. I'll tell you that.
I love Glexo hot. That and Hog. It's got a little bit warmer. It was a little bit milder today, so I was using Hog today.
Yeah, I love the Glexo hot glue.
Just got that grab when it gets that little bit warmer, but in cold, Glexo is absolutely banging.
Same thing as well, just peels off.
Definitely a mint winter glue is Glexo.
Oh god, yeah. Awesome.
Padraig wants some details on that tip.
Padraig, how you doing, fella? Did I send you the details, or asking me to send you the details? Either way, doesn't matter. I'll hook you up with the details.
We'll stick them. If it's not Facebook, we'll stick them in the description on YouTube.
Yeah. We'll put all the links to all the stuff on the YouTube stuff, and anyone who wants to go search. What we got? Christopher saying the hot and cold temp Brazilian glue works great. Well, there you go.
Yeah. I have to try some. What colour is it? Do you know?
It looked a bit like. Do you remember Worth glue? It was like that sort of.
Yeah.
Sort of colour.
Yeah.
Happy days.
What's that? What's he saying?
Dave, I've been I bet you have, Dave. Oh, here we go.
Here we go.
Friday night again.
Get a room, you two.
Good work, Dave.
Don't be cheating on Palm, Dave Mellin.
Jesus.
Oh dear. That's the tools of a week.
Shall we swiftly move on before we descend again?
Move on.
There you go. Right. I'm now right. You're just gonna have to bear with me because we've got that many videos loaded up for this week's episode. There's just stuff everywhere.
Get your sleeping bags out.
What are we doing, mate? Dent of the week.
Dent of the week. Dent of the week.
There you go. Right. Are we going to dig into yours first?
If you want to, yeah.
Let's dig into yours first. And this, by the way, what an axe wound.
This was dug right in.
An axe wound. Only you would take this on.
I didn't think it looked that bad outside.
You silly Billy.
I know.
Check it.
Check it. Look at that. So basically, the story behind this was it was in the chap's garage, and he had a broken fridge door that he was never going to fix, and he tried picking it up, and it fell on his car and put that lovely crease in. I knew it was going to stretch, so I just tried to lift it out best possible without trying to bruise the silver. So there's an internal diagonal brace there. I stripped the door out to get to it, and there was sound deadening behind it. So I reckon it'd be a lot worse if we had a sound deadening pad there. But yeah, you can. It's naughty. I'll put lines on there so the professionals can see it. So I know fog. You can hide so much with fog. It's unbelievable.
Man, I'm outnumbered again, aren't I?
So yeah, look, you can see the crease there. Look, and then that's after pulling it out a little bit. And then that's it's gone. It's like
you can see it going there, can't you?
Stretched. And then I got the magic box out, and I zapped it, and there you go.
What did you just say? You can hide so much with fog.
Of course you can. Look at that. I can't see now. Look at that, eh? That is superb. Look at those different coloured lines. Yeah. That's good.
Hide it or not, that is stellar.
That look, that is for a professional opinion. Look at that. Look at all those wiggles. It was quite difficult though, because obviously it's difficult, but because the dent was just on the edge of that concave part.
Yeah, it makes it pain when they're there, doesn't it?
Getting it to
section.
Yeah, getting it to lie flat and actually then go into the concave part. Yeah, it's quite naughty. That was.
A lot of referencing, isn't there, when it comes to that sort of stuff?
Yeah.
Lots of coffee. Savage.
Yeah.
Leon from Dragon's Dent is saying mint, and he's damn right, by the way.
Mint. Yes, I thought I was nearly there, so I put fog on it. It looked all right, so I'd give the man his car back.
That's why we use fog, mate.
There you go. That was mine. Yes, that was a BMW 3 Series, and it was naughty. But with the Power PDR box, it came out lovely.
Didn't fancy a bit of blow up sheep there, then, mate? No.
Nah. I will do next time, though.
Wrong application. It's all about tool choice, isn't it?
It certainly is. What did I use for that? I think I used just like a little pistol, hand pistol thing with a few different screw tips on there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fair play, lad.
The shoulders were killing afterwards, stuff like that.
Oh yeah, I'd have been door off me, mate.
Would this tool been any good for that then? So I love this thing.
I've not used one of those. I don't know.
Steady swing tool. So when you get a dent in an open section,
yeah,
that is absolutely mint. Yeah,
you use that quite a bit.
I use it, especially on older stuff and classics, because you've always got a big open box section and really tough metal on a classic. Up on them big round old wings and stuff like that, getting that up in there, you know, any way you can get your hand basically, and all that you can be precise as you like. And it's basically like having an hammer inside just to tap it out gently. And I always use actually the tip on it, which is, I think that's off an Ultra. It came with an Ultra lot, is it?
That's
awesome. Off an Ultra hammer. And then that tip, which actually came on the first set of edge pliers, which is that plastic bullet tip.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's yeah. Anything sharper than that, then you're going to ruin it. You're going to, you know, spike it and probably crack paint if you use metal. But absolutely brilliant tool that. And I've also used it quite a few times when I'm inside of vans and things. Yeah. You know, when you get dents on inside of panels, you can see dent, but it's not. You're not in the right position to sort of set up a light board or anything and tap it down. Yeah. But you can get in there with that. Give it a couple of whacks. Mint. I love it.
Maybe a new investment.
Relatively cheap tool as well as that, but a simple idea and absolutely brilliant. So I'd recommend everyone have that in their arsenal. Definitely.
Have you ever broken a pin using it?
No, not stuff. No.
Not crack the pin.
Be as precise as you like. You can hit it. You can, you know, be as gentle or as hard as you like with it. So.
Watch your skin, young man.
It doesn't.
So you don't want any trappage there, do you?
It's not that sort of spring to trap you. It's really, really floppy.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's a sort of spring that probably wrap a hose to stop a hose trapping, if you like.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that sort of spring. But absolutely brilliant tool, that. And I think TDN has started stocking them as well.
Bye. Everybody, go.
Definitely.
Mind you, everyone's going to go and do it now. By the time we get off this show,
like a sales machine, us like a sales train.
How many Haribos does one get for buying one of them?
Oh no! Don't start us again.
Anyway, moving on. My dent of the week. Wheelie bin damage. We're in wheelie bin season, aren't we?
Yes, it's windy weather.
It's windy weather.
Wheelie bins.
Bring on the wheelie bins. Not on this one though, mate, because this one was a bit of a mother fudger. Check it out. So yeah. Took out that body line nicely and put the weirdest crease above it in that concaved area.
That's evil, that.
We've seen a lot worse dents, but let me tell you something now. The cross-checking, getting this right, was just savage. Like
testing that.
Oh, that looks really good. I'm proud of myself. Move around a little bit. Not so much. Tap down, try again. Let's go to another angle. No, that's pretty crap. Yeah, it was tough for this one. Really tough.
Is it metallic white as well?
Pearl white, mate, yeah.
Pearl white.
So,
like Harry Potter's scar, that, doesn't it?
I got that on my MTRX as well, plus 50% for Harry Potterage. Yeah.
Yeah, well done.
Yeah, well, not yet, mate. You've not seen the end result yet.
Oh, yeah?
I've put this in the video because
I'm starting it.
I struggled with this little bad boy for way longer than I should have done. So if anyone gets a Honda CR-V, there's two little dots on it that tells you where the clips are. Yeah, I wasn't paying attention. Took me longer than it should have. But it comes out dead easy when you know how.
Yeah, they do.
Nice open access, but what I'll tell you now is those braces are floppy as hell, so you need to be hooking off an access hole or something. Don't use those braces because you'll fold the thing inside out. But fortunately, the dent was in the nice open area. Didn't run into that sound deadening, just. So yeah, access-wise, it was not so bad. But this was kind of halfway through after the bulk removal, the stage of the repair where you go, I'm not so happy with how this is going.
It's that concave part that just takes forever, isn't it?
Was this the day you sounded finished on the phone, mate? Mate, that's been every day this week. It's just been wreckage after wreckage all week long. Yeah, but the end result, we worked out all right in the end. We chuck the lines on there because we can hide too much in fog, can't we, Martin? So,
we certainly can. Yeah, lines don't lie.
Lines don't lie.
Yep, Kevin Andrews says that.
That's banging, that.
So it worked out all right, mate. But it was about, what did it take us? I think it was just over 4 hours to do. We had the car for a bit longer than that.
That's a decent time on that. I'd be thinking that it'd take a day, that.
I mean, it was in the workshop for about 6 or 7 hours, but there was a lot of coffee and thinking time in between.
That's the last.
Why did I take this on?
Yeah, there was a couple of them moments, mate. A couple of them. But yeah, it worked out all right. And obviously, it's a pearl white paint, so we saved them massively on that one because that would have cost a fortune to body shop, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's stunning, that repair, that.
Appreciate that. Plastic Boss, man. Look at you. You're on the comments already, aren't you, yourself? Love it, mate. Love it. Thank you ever so much, folks. Yeah, it was a tricky one, but happy with it. Happy with it. And that will be selling my windy weather work for the next month, probably. Ha. Beautiful. Steve has sent us across his dent of the week as well. Is it your dent of the week, or
it's just it's just what I did today.
Just a throwaway one I've picked out of the closet.
Yeah, you asked me to send something through, and I didn't want to send anything that I'd done before, so I just sent you what I'd done today.
Happy days. Well, let me just bin that out of the studio, and we'll load up Steve's dentage. Talk us through it, mate.
Which one we at? Oh, what we on? Nissan Navara. Yeah, so front wing, pretty cheeky. As always with these sort of commercially vehicles, you get told they don't have to be perfect, but this had a crease running from right at front at wing all the way through it, and then that sort of semi-half football size one in back of it. Again, like I say, he said he didn't have to be perfect, but I like to get them as right as I could. Even crack paint down there, just where yeah.
So it's buckled it, hasn't it?
Yeah, well buckled it.
Those wing edges are my kryptonite, mate. I hate them.
Yeah.
So sun was
tough out of it.
my way, but yeah. So I took wheel arch liner out because I knew that I didn't want it flopping about and annoying me when I had full side to do. Normally I don't. Normally I just peel it back. But same rubber tip which I had on Feddy actually to do all rough out work, if you like, or level up work, and just speeded straight over that. So I was only on this sort of part of it for maybe 10 minutes, just taking a lot of meat out of it and everything, all the way across it, or as much as I could with that rubber tip. Just leveling out as much as possible. Moose knuckle's absolutely brilliant for that, especially with sort of gap what you've got for suspension and ride height. You need that for leverage, otherwise you're just banging straight into rim at wheel.
Yeah. I like the moose knuckle.
A lot of it, which I didn't expect, I was expecting a lot more lifting on this job, but the majority of it was just tap down work. And once I started, just worked all the way sort of back around that sort of top crown. I'm trying to point it at you, but you can't see me pointing, can you? Round the sort of top crown across arch. But yeah, a lot of it were knockdown work, and it's one of them. You keep looking, you got to chase everything back. Obviously, it's at centre. Not telling you how to suck eggs or anything, but yeah, knocking about. So I think this knockdown goes on a bit long, doesn't it? To be fair.
It does, yeah. Just speed it up a bit.
I mean, you weren't joking. You weren't joking.
I think I only sped it up times 10 this one.
Right, bloody hell.
It was only a 2-hour repair, this. I think I ended up getting Anaconda out in a second. But yeah,
those
Anaconda there, and that's it's got a plastic tip on, which is only slightly domed. And then what I've done with the crease, which is, like I say, it ran full length of that edge. And it looks like I'm actually lifting there, but what I'm just dragging straight through crease. So I'm bringing it up as one to eliminate as much knockdown work as possible. And then you're not doing zippering as well, if you know what I mean, where you're just lifting one bit, moving back, lifting one bit, moving back. So it's just dragging it all the way through that edge. So like I say, only 2 hours on this. I had to leave wheel arch liner out because he was putting a fog light in after it had smashed that out.
I tell you what, that's a ballsy after video next to that fence, mate. Fair play to you.
From a distance.
I told him to put it there on purpose, to be fair.
Fair play to you.
Yeah,
fair play.
I know that, with it being white and that, you can stand back, but on them fences, anything you get there, you can stand back and look and know what you've got to knock down or tip it a little bit.
I was going to say, was it difficult doing it outside because it's white as well? Because you're sort of in the sun, weren't you?
Yeah, I had my umbrella up. And a lot of video, actually, I've got a little bracket and it's to mount my iPhone on. So it's like a little iPhone clamp. And I can actually put that on my umbrella and that actually give me a perfect shooting angle as well.
Good effort,
yeah. I'm always hiding an umbrella and if it's white, umbrella up, hide behind it, definitely. And then this was my second job through to York for this one. So brand new Fiat 500.
Look at this, he's shoehorned a second one in there.
I know, yeah.
Yeah. And this was
Good
a cheap
time.
Yeah, this was nasty. This because I know what these feel. This metal on these are absolutely horrible. Well, this were pretty sharp.
That's gross.
Yeah, deep one. Sheep
fit.
Yeah. So I didn't want to touch this with tools until I really had to, lifting tools. So I just wanted to glue pull the hell out of it, basically. I tried to. So I was in there with, like I say, hog today because it was a little bit milder, but everything was done with Keko crease tabs and centre tabs, and I got as much as I possibly could up until it just stopped lifting. But there was the bung at the side. To separate so that I could take that out. There was a drain hole, but I didn't want to go through drain hole with it being a new car. I didn't want to try, spoil it or anything.
Mangle that one, yeah.
No holes drilled anywhere or anything like that.
Good effort.
Yeah.
Belter, mate.
But I was through that drain hole, actually. What I did, through the bung hole, should I say, what I did was I squirted a load of hog round it, which I didn't manage to get a photo of because it was on time lapse. Just protect that hole. So when I was using my wire tool, the glue was built up around the hole, so I was actually levering off the glue edge rather than the actual paint edge. I was going to test the tape it up. Yeah, I was going to test the tape it up, but
tell you what,
yeah, I was pretty happy with how that came out. It was pretty banging.
Beautiful. Look at that.
They were over the body shop that it went to.
Yeah, saved it from paint, definitely.
Yeah.
Very, very nice. And that's another thing you do quite a bit of, Steve, is the natural reflection afters. I probably should do a little bit more myself. No hiding.
Well,
I mean, lines don't lie.
Customers, they don't know what they're looking at when they're looking at lines a lot of times. So I like to try mix it up a little bit and give a bit of both. And I've even done it where I've tried to do one of each: fog, line, and outside.
Nice. Jay Suckinson's in the house.
Fantastic.
Good work, mate. Good work.
Nice one.
There you go.
Absolutely stellar, as always. But there was never going to be any question, was there?
I bet your hands are hurting after all that as well.
They were little wire tools, yeah, definitely. That was the only thing. If you use anything bigger, we're missing dent. In a way, I had too much leverage.
Yeah.
It had to be a wire tool would just give me perfect leverage, but everything was wrapped in tester tape. Nothing was a blunt tool at all. If I were to try to use anything sharp on there or metal on metal, it was just going to annihilate it and start trying to pick paint apart and stuff like that, which is the last thing you want.
I tell you what, that's a tough day at the office, that, mate. You've earned that Stella, that's for sure.
To be fair, I was, I managed to squeeze a polo in between that as well, which was a.
All right, Steve, don't come around here bragging.
I've got all of these notes for this podcast. Now I'm just going to have to.
So I managed to fit 3 jobs in, and I was back home for 4:00, and that was with a sort of 90-mile round trip as well.
See, look at Saddle Sock sat there in his mansion. Steve's had to go and sit in his toilet, look, just to stop.
I know. I think I might lay down.
Absolutely smashing it. Well, listen, I'm glad everyone's busy, man. It seems to have certainly picked up this week anyway.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And there's plenty of work going on, but you're a madman for booking all that in one day, that's for sure. Bonkers, mate. Love it. Well, everyone's jumping in the comments all of a sudden. Loving the work.
Yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I've noticed that Jason's commenting, so I hope he's well.
Yeah, I think me and Jace have been playing phone call ping pong today, and we never did catch hold of each other. So I hope you're all right, buddy. I'm assuming you're out of hospital now. Let us know. Good lad. Good lad. Well, that is tools of the week done. Dents of the week done.
I know, yeah.
Well, almost, because what is it? Celebrity Dent of the week.
It's never ending.
Celebrity Dent of the week.
Yeah, why not?
Right.
Drum roll.
Again, it's been hotly contested this week, but we did have one sent through that was just a pickle, and it's the first out of country Dent of the week. We're going all the way over to Germany now, to my good buddy, Mr. Anthony Pritchard, who is a savage hail technician, but he's also doing some off-season root work. He's not a fan of braces, so it's impressive to see him doing a roof job like this. Let's take a look. So we've got this old school miniage. Yeah, some nasty ripplage there. And
there's a lot going on there, isn't there?
On this back corner, get some of that wallop. But I don't think it ends there either. Yeah, and as we all know, them edges of mini roofs aren't particularly fun to deal with, are they?
I reckon that's absolutely solid as well.
Look at the state of it. Well, I'm just going to move forward a bit.
Plus, you can't get to the back of it, can you? You can't unless you take the windows out.
They're awkward, mate. Look at that.
Look at that.
That'll do nicely.
Yeah, fair play. That's mint.
That is customer saved massively. And then we're going up to the other one on the side. That's gnarly, that, to be fair, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Do we have any power PDR action on that, Anthony? If you're watching, I've not seen you tonight. Are we? Oh, yes, you are. Sorry, Flexor. Yeah. Jump in the comments, buddy. Let us know how you did that. We'll pop them up if we can when we see him. Yeah, let us know the process. It'd be good to get Anthony on one show, actually. Be some quality good chat, that will. But yeah, again, look at that.
Spot on.
Wallop.
Very nice. Lines don't lie.
Certainly not.
Lines don't lie. Look at that. That'll do nicely, won't it? Dent of the week.
What's that, a load of glue pulling, do you reckon?
I would say it's got to be to start, surely. I don't know. Is he in the comments? Did he use Flexor? the inferior Glexo?
Glexor.
I don't know. I'm not even jumping in the comments, so I don't want to see. Beast mode, correct. That was beast mode. Me and Anthony know all about beast mode on hail, but I'll tell you what, that is some epic fixing. Good lad. Good lad.
There you go.
Very good. Nice.
Very nice.
Dave's put something thinking about fog, but I'm not going to put that up. No. This is
just educating everyone that fog's best.
It's a biased show. This is.
If you don't do fog, do you even do PDR, bro? Fog don't fib. That's getting made into a bit of merchandise. That's going on in the mug. Fog don't fib.
Fog don't fib. Lines are for losers.
Quick, Dave. Copyright it. Belter.
There you go.
The love for Pritchard's roof is coming in thick and fast. Love it. Rightly so.
So we need to pick your brains then, Steve, don't we? 'Cause,
that's it.
Tech spotlights on you.
Yeah, go on then. What do you want to know?
What's your name and where'd you come from?
Let's start from the start, buddy. Steve Woods, I Do Dents. How did we get into it?
How did we get into it? Well, leaving school, 96, I didn't really know what I wanted to do, to be perfectly honest with you. So I joined YTS, which was Youth Training Services. So they basically, you had a lot of employees, and they'd take you on for a 4-week period. If they liked you, they might give you an apprenticeship at the end of it. So the various different routes you could go down, various different trades you could pick. My dad was an electrician and ended up being a burglar alarm fitter. So I decided that I'd maybe try follow the same route as him. So I took first off an apprenticeship with a burglar alarm fitter. And on my first day, I ended up falling through a customer's roof.
Was you the burglar or was you the fitter?
Yeah, we had floorboards up and upstairs, laying some wires and some cardboard flipped back over, covering the floorboard we took up.
Ooh,
I just went straight through. So,
but that didn't tickle.
That I didn't get offered an apprenticeship with that one. Then I tried plumbing. That didn't go very well neither. But I'd heard about panel beating, or heard the term panel beating, and one came up at Crystal Forge, which was a dealership. So I was there for 4 weeks. Got to see a little bit about what went on, but I was basically a T-boy. But then after that, another one came up at an independent body shop called Kim Close's. So I went there. I was there for a good few years, started my apprenticeship, rubbing down filler, doing MOT body welding, this, that, just you name it. It was that sort of garage restoration work. They ended up laying me off, but because I was still in an apprenticeship, they had to get me another apprenticeship or another placement. So I ended up getting a placement at Arundel Peugeot, which is where I started doing more jig work, collision damage, you know, like I said, door skins, roofs, you know, paneling, everything. They ended up moving their site and didn't take the body shop with them. So from there, I had to get myself a job. So I went back to Kim Closer's for 2 weeks. And in that point, I was sort of looking around for other jobs as well. In that time at Kim Closer's for that 2 weeks, I was doing a Mitsubishi Charisma. And it was a full boot floor.
2 years ago.
Full boot floor.
Right,
chassis leg on front, so that was left on jig. And then I got a call basically saying that you've got an interview at MVI, it was called at the time, which was Motor Vehicle Industries in Carnaby and Bridlington.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I went there for the interview. They took me on. So I left Kim Closer's in the lurch and I left it on the jig, this Charisma. They were ringing me up, knowing how to put it back together, how to finish it, but I weren't bothered because I'd got this new job that paid a bit more money. So I went to Motor Vehicle Industries. So I was there for a couple of years, but I was just basically a filler monkey there. So I went from being a panel beater, and a paneler, to just rubbing filler down for 12 hours a day, 3 days a week, 1 day off, 3 days on, 1 week off. So really, really weird shifts. But it was all right, and yeah, just got on well there. And it came to a point they had Car Masters, which was an on-site smart repair company. And Car Masters had their own training school on site. Car Masters, has anyone heard of them? Yeah.
Yeah. Mike Garland. Yeah.
Mike Garland. Yeah. So so I worked at Car Masters, and they asked if basically I wanted to go on the PDR training course, which they had, just so we could rough out big bits of panels, so we weren't using as much filler. There was a few guys ended up leaving over a course of years, so they were running out of dent chaps. They were all sodding off and setting up on their own. So they asked if I wanted to go on dent lines full time. So I said yes at that. I went on dent lines and I was there for another 5 years before I got a phone call from Minster Dents. And he was one of the guys who worked for Mike Garland and set up by himself. So he asked me if I wanted to go on a trial. So I met him down in Shiptonthorpe, Drake's Accident Repair Centre in Shiptonthorpe on the weekend. And he had me do, I think it was three or four cars, just taking dents out of various places, body lines, hits and stuff like that. He was happy with what I saw, and 2 weeks later he turned up at my flat where I was living at the time with a brand new Sports Fiesta van and a load of workwear.
There you go.
So it was a massive leap for me, going from that sort of factory environment where it was all rough out work, and if you made a mistake it would go for paint. Do you know, you always had that cushion. So getting out on the road was a massive learning curve. Then I worked for him for 10 years. Then in November 2016, so right end of 2016, I didn't really see myself going any further. I kind of started falling out of love with job, really, working for someone else. And I was getting sent back to the sort of places which were like Car Masters, if you like, Thorn, BMW. I don't know if anyone's ever done any work there, but I didn't like travelling there for a start. It took me a while to get there. Then trying to put a full day's work in and then getting back home, it just kicked my ass basically. So I was just like, nah. So I decided to try go alone, and that's what I did in 2016 and here I am now.
Good lad. How have you found that transition?
It's a bit of a journey, isn't it?
It is, yeah. It's a fair journey, yeah, but it's not one that I change. I appreciate everyone that's helped me and everyone that's given me a chance along the way. Paul Austin, my previous boss, who was always more like a mate than a boss, helped me out in any possible way that he could. I've got a lot of respect for that guy, and I always will. But like I say, you've just got to do what you've got to do for yourself, haven't you, at some point? Like, so, and that's what I did.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair though, what a transition. You know. So what year did you start I Do Dents?
I Do Dents, so November 2016, and I didn't really know anybody at all in the dent world at all. I'd sort of been under a rock, if you like. I'd been a dent man, but been under a rock. There were no
I think that's the thing.
Social media, I'd not searched anybody. I was making my own tools down at Paul's house on a weekend if we needed to make tools. So I weren't buying anything from anywhere. Everything was made on the spot if you needed it. I'd have a coat hanger. I'd need to get that wire tool in there, so I'd get a coat hanger and make a tool out of a coat hanger to go into an hole. And it was that sort of stuff that I always did like. So
it's not a bad thing though, is it? You know, I mean, I think it's certainly bred itself into what you do now for sure. I mean,
definitely, yeah.
The way you can obviously tell the way you work and the way you think about things to deal with some of the complex damage that you do, you know.
I think of every dent like a puzzle. And, you know, you've got a puzzle's a challenge, isn't it? And if you like a puzzle, then you can keep your mind through it.
I hate them. That's why I flip the table over every time.
No good at it.
I'm off. Go to bed.
Steve.
It's like a puzzle. It's like a puzzle, and you can do wrong things in the puzzle. You can do, you know, obviously dents aren't as forgiving as a puzzle, but you know, it is like a puzzle the way I see it. So there's like a big. If you're starting a big dent like that BMW that I did with that really sharp dent in the middle.
Oh God, yeah, we had that on the show last week.
My mind was that one sharp dent there. Everything had to come into that one point before I could even start thinking about that one point.
Do you know what? I do the same thing, more probably so on hail than anything. Is like, you know, when you've got a bonnet absolutely wrecked and there's that one dent that's in question that'll either save or lose the panel. Everyone's like, well, do that dent first, and then you're not going to waste your time if it goes wrong on you. I'm like, no, I'm doing that dent last because I'm going to invest that much time into it. I ain't losing that last one.
It's not just that though, it's chasing all tension from them edges all the way back into that point where you can actually lift that dent out without ruining it.
Yeah.
If you'd attack that dent straight away with all tension that was in that BMW for body line and, you know, for wheel arch, you can metal talks to you in a way because you can even hear when you're hitting it that it wants to move. You can tell straight away when you're batting it that it don't want to move. It makes that really weird sound where it's just like, no, not a chance, I'm gonna hit. And you know, it does it talks to you in a way, but everything chase it all back to that one centre point.
Well, you just got yourself a new nickname, Steve Wood, the Metal Whisperer.
Oh!
Martin, you never told me he was a bit weird. He talks to metal.
I told you it's from the East Coast.
Wow.
You eat fish and chips and things.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Well, talking about metal sounds, you made a music video, didn't you, the other day? Ben, didn't you?
What's that?
That music video for Popping Ben. That was quite good, that was.
Well, listen, I'm still working on it, funnily enough. Yeah, I'm not going to give the game away on that one. It's
sorry.
It's going to be a stupid little viral thing, but yeah, I was in the workshop at, I think it was like 9 o'clock at night, working on this Tesla quarter panel that was, it was flopping a little bit, but I think the delirium was kicking in and I started making drum beats out of floppy metal and bumpers and blending and stuff, so I started layering it up. But yeah, that's a Instagram short or Instagram reel for another day.
Yes. So
intro for your epic roof job, what we haven't seen yet.
Oh, don't you start.
Don't,
you get enough off me.
Don't, mate. I'm in a
see this. It's been about 4 weeks now, hasn't it?
Do you know what? I've had so many messages about that. Is it still happening? When's it coming out? I'm like,
there's dust settling on that edit as we speak.
Production values in there, isn't there?
I reckon I've got about 6 hours left on it, and it's ready to come out. It's just finding them 6 hours to do something.
My God.
So, Steve, whereabouts do you service then? Whereabouts?
My area. Where do I cover? I go about as far as Whitby, and that is Whitby. That's no further than Whitby.
It's a bit barren after Whitby, isn't
it? Yeah. And I've been caught out by postcodes as well before. I think Brian Milner gave me a job, and I just took it as a Whitby postcode, and I was literally on edge of the Yorkshire postcode. So it was about another hour out of Whitby. I was 2 hours travelling that day, and I never got to it, and it was a plastic panel.
I just imagine Brian. I'm going to give
appreciate
Steve.
the
Steve, do you want a job like that?
I think it was only 10 minutes away from Brian.
Yeah.
Must have been. But no, I appreciated the referral. But no, Whitby, obviously Scarborough, down about as far as Brid, Driffields, my cut-off point that way across Wolds. I don't want to be treading on your territory, Saddle Socks.
Get off my land.
and then York, if it comes up in York, that's worth making trek over there for.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
3 days.
Yeah. So I keep it about an hour's travel around me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything.
Do you advertise for people to come to you as well? Do you prefer that, or do you prefer to be mobile?
Depends what sort of job it is. If it's a big nasty job, I'd rather it come to me. I'd rather it be in shop. I can get tucked away. I'm just shut away from everything. Then it's just me and job.
Kettle's right there.
Where it gets stuck in, no hassles or anything. My phone's not going to bother me because it's normally recording.
Yeah.
And just get crack on and get stuck in. And having that unit's been an absolute godsend for jobs like that for me.
Yeah.
But no, I'd say 80%. I'm just still on the road, just going around to sort of customers' houses and stuff like that, which I don't mind either if weather's nice. It's only them rainy days that gets the cancellations, but even then I still work through some of them, to be fair. Like, it just means polishing the tools up afterwards if you get caught.
I think that might be sorry, mate, go on.
No, you're right. I was going to say, what do you like more? Do you like retail or do you like trade?
To be fair, my trade has come down from when I left Minster Dents. I mean, Minster Dents were absolutely brilliant when I left there, because they basically said that you can keep all your trade work. We're too busy to cover you, so you may as well have what you've got. And that trade work's dwindled and dwindled. I did let go of quite a few, and a few have ended up going their own way themselves, or they've changed DPs or dealership branding or names or whatever. But definitely the retail is where I want to be and where I'd like to stay. I don't mind helping body shops out as well, because they've always had my back, and there's a few good people which will always have your back, if you know what I mean, round and about ones. Yeah, but I find trade's a bit bitchy, to be honest.
Another show for another day. It's still going to happen. It will happen.
Dealership stuff. You don't, and everyone will say, well, you'll see it on groups and stuff. Everyone will say it's the same about dealers.
Just what you do, isn't it? Some people do that kind of stuff. Some people do the retail. It's just what you do.
Change what I've done, but I prefer the direction I'm going.
Yeah. Good effort.
Yeah,
that's it. I think that's about it. In that, you need that plan, and just to follow your plan. You know, have that direct vision and just go for it. Figure out what you want to do, nail it, and that's that.
Yeah.
Some year. It's a hot potato trade, isn't it? It is a hot potato. Oh, I don't know. Too many good stories. Too many. Yeah, just going back to what you were saying there about having a workshop as well. Again, probably another good idea for a show is to have that conversation about workshop or no workshop. Well, all three of us have a workshop, and I think we'll all be happy to say it's an absolute blessing.
That'd be last thing I'd let go. My van would go first before workshop, definitely.
100%.
I love my van.
Mate, I'd ride horseback to work at the workshop. I ain't bothered. I'll just rock up on my white horse with the sun setting behind me. I don't care.
Well, you've got the makeup and you already look like Braveheart on that. half a blue face look. You just need a sword.
Listen, I can't afford a grand piano. I can't afford a grand piano or a mansion, mate. I just have to deal with some cheap USB lighting.
What do you like repairing the most, Ben?
Me?
No, Ben.
What do I?
I'm joking. Yeah, of course you.
Yeah.
Sure, man.
Yeah, cars, not vans. Definitely cars.
Bingo.
I don't mind. If I think I can do it, I'll have a crack at anything. A small taxing dent what can take you half a day, or a big walloping dent that can take you anywhere between sort of 10 to 18 hours or whatever. I don't mind. If I think I can get it,
I'm just making notes on to where to send all the shit now that I don't like.
I thought we'd send it all to him already.
Pretty much.
But then it's metal, isn't it? It's all metal.
Yeah,
It is metal,
If
but
I can
not all
move it,
metal.
I'll move it. But I think best thing to do is always just, if you're taking on anything big, is just always pre-agree something with customer. Pre-agree the price, pre-agree the outcome, or what the possible outcomes will be, and then it doesn't matter how long you've spent on it. You know, you're always going to get paid a payday.
I think that is the best way of putting it. I mean, that's been a massive learning curve for me over the past year. Obviously, going from hail, where the broker's in between you and the customer, so you almost, that safety barrier is there, to being in front of the customer, and exactly what you just said there, setting it up from the start, and it almost takes pressure off you.
Yeah,
exactly. Managing expectations. Yeah. I had it literally today and yesterday. I had a whole side wreckage, front door, back door, and quarter panel, and the quarter panel had a big question mark on it, and exactly that. I sold it exactly right to the customer, that there's a potential for a fail here, possibly here, maybe here. And yep, the quarter panel failed on me a bit. We pushed to painted it, don't get me wrong, but it had a bad paint job before. But it took that whole stress out of it. If I'd have just stood there and gone, yeah, it's going to be fine, don't worry about it, and then all of a sudden it goes wrong, you're like, oh, Jesus Christ, you've got
don't you find when you've done that, you've got that confidence behind it, and you can give it, you I don't know, you work at it a bit harder, and it's more like, I don't know, there's been times where I've been a bit more brutish than I normally would in that situation, but it's actually sped the job up, and it's gone quicker rather than me pussyfooting about and tapping about, being too careful here, too careful there, because them expectations are already put in place. You just fly at it, and it, you know, sometimes that comes out absolutely bang on.
I think you're exactly right, mate. Exactly right. Especially on the repainted panels.
Yeah.
Mate, that's been my past 2 days. So yeah, like Leon said earlier, is that why you sounded a bit off on the phone? I'm like, yeah, a little bit. Little bit. It's like my kids ain't eating for the next week if this one goes wrong.
Yeah. What next?
What's next for I Do Dents, Steve? Are you
future plans?
Are you in a place that's good? Are you in a place that you want to grow things any further? What's next?
I don't particularly think I want to grow things any further. I'm happy just doing what I'm doing at the moment. Yeah. I enjoy job. I enjoy the flexibility that it gives me.
Yeah.
Especially with my wife working full time for NHS. She's out of the house for 14 hours, 3 days a week.
Yeah.
Or 4 days a week. So I've got little one and stuff like that. Well, I should say little one, she's 10-year-old now, but there's stuff to do at home as well. So the flexibility of being self-employed and all the rest of it, I can, tune my life to how I want to do. If surf's good, I can get off surfing.
Oh, by the way, well, that's another conversation.
Yeah,
your posts.
It's giving yourself that work-life balance, so you're not pissed off with one and unpissed off with other. Do you know? Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. There are times I see some of your posts where you're out on your longboard or surfing, and I'm just like, that's a dude who's
like
got it nailed.
I've got that electric skateboard. You like that? Don't you?
Yeah, man. Yeah. And you got that 360-degree camera, haven't you?
Yeah.
Mate, I'm just like,
I can't wait to get back out on that.
He's got it nailed. He's got that work-life balance nailed, and that's such a hard thing.
Yeah, beach is only a mile away, so it's easy to get there. So
perfect.
Especially when you've got your helmet on as well, all covered.
Yeah, I've got my Spitfire helmet. Yeah. Don't want no one seeing my face, do I?
COVID safe, mate.
Oh, exactly. There's that as well, yeah.
Fair play to you, dude. Fair play. Absolutely.
What next shall we ask him? What's your favourite colour?
Have you got a list you're reading?
Yeah, but I've finished it now because you pinched some of my questions.
So, mate, I've come in unprepared. I'm just winging it.
I don't think I have a favourite colour, to be fair.
I was joking. It's red, isn't it?
Not red and black.
Isn't it?
No, it never was. It never has been. I don't know why I went down that route.
I tell you what, mate, I think you need a merch range, though, because that is just lending itself to shop shirts, baseball caps.
I'll tell you what this logo was. I actually did a job for a tattoo guy in York. I do jobs for lots of tattoo peoples, and he'd actually, he was uninsured and he'd sideswiped a driver. So he got in touch with me to see if I could sort it out on the quiet, if you like, to keep him out of trouble. So I managed to sort him out with a body shop, and he gave me a full day's tattoo time.
Happy days.
But instead, I've got enough. Well, I had enough tattoos because he'd done the same before, and his even tattoo partner had done the same before. So I ended up with, with dents for tattoos for a while. Yeah. So what happened with that logo is he owed me a bit of tattoo time, and I just said, "Can you draw me up a logo for I Do Dents?" And I give him a couple of ideas, and he sent me back that, but it had like mechanic workings in it and stuff. And I was like, well, no, I think that'll look cool.
Really that, yeah.
Lines in, just like a reflector board, and that's where that came from, a tattoo guy.
Oh yeah, look, lines don't lie.
It's got that's why it's got the lines there, you see, the reflector board lines.
Oh,
yeah.
Perfect, mate. I mean, I tell you what, if there's one guy that's got his branding right and company name as well, I Do Dents. That's just.
Well, that was because everyone used to come up and ask me. I got accused of breaking into cars at one point. On the roadside, he was there, and it was a rainy day, and I was working with one tool. I'd left everything in van or everything in back at car, so it weren't getting soaked. And I was working there with one tool, and someone came up to me and like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" And they thought I were actually breaking into the vehicle, even though the window was down.
No, yeah.
The windows already down, like that.
Got the keys.
But yeah, I just decided if I had I Do Dents right across my back, no one would ask me what I was doing. That's where
perfect,
it came from,
mate.
Yeah.
Simplicity. It's always the way.
Yeah.
We've always said it with tools, haven't we? The simplest design in tools are the best tools. Same thing with branding. I think you've just got it nailed. By the way, how are you finding all your social media stuff going? Are you? Is it doing well for you?
Media, my Facebook sort of stays where it is. It's at a level, and it's always been at that level.
Yeah.
If I post videos on there, it generally generates the same amount of views and likes. It does reach a few more people depending on how I sort of angle it, if you like, or what direction I go in. But using Instagram, after seeing obviously your guys, the Dent guys, Instagram post, I decided to start using that, especially with that how Aaron's took off from Dent-Tox. So I started using that, and I had an Instagram account. I've had it for a good long while, but it was dormant. So its reach was at 0%, and I started posting maybe about 4 weeks at a push, and it's gone from 0% up to 66,700% in those 3 weeks.
How'd you like them apples?
Yeah, so it obviously works.
Well, listen, let's hope that grows even more after this.
Yeah, and that reach is definitely there, keep growing, can't it? So I appreciate that. So next thing for me is obviously the Google sort of side of things.
Yeah, definitely hit that.
From there, 'cause it has got a little bit quiet for me. I used to just rely on Facebook, and that kept me going and busy enough. But
same here, mate.
Things have changed, haven't they? So
same here. Facebook was the hub.
It's
just gone. Yeah. Forget it.
Yeah, it's got a bit gash on it.
Don't beat around the bush, mate. Say what you see. Yeah, it's troubling times for Facebook. It's seems a bit hit and miss. More miss than hit.
Yeah.
But
going to be looking into Google My Business, aren't we? Gonna have to learn it all first before we start talking about it.
Got to know them facts.
Graham, we need to talk to Graham about that, don't we?
We do need to talk to Graham about that. Graham knows exactly what's happening with Google Business.
Don't he?
That's another episode upcoming.
Certainly is. We've got him lined up ready.
I know all about that.
Graham Seaton is primed and ready. It's that'll be a great chat. That'll be a great chat. Yeah, but Instagram. That was the question. Have you had many leads come through Instagram yet, or is it just?
To be fair, I don't know if they all not off message. No. I think the only message I've had off Instagram's been off Graham, and he asked me how to polish tips.
So good. That is good. Instagram is good for that though. Just connecting with other techs and stuff, and people reaching out to you, and building your brand in the industry as well.
I've linked everything to my WhatsApp, so every message I seem to get now comes from my WhatsApp, so I don't know where it's come from.
Yeah, full show.
Yeah,
full show. What's Gemma saying? Google above Facebook or Instagram all day long? Correct. I'd have to agree. In terms of lead generation, anyway, for sure. Google for lead generation, 100%. Facebook.
Well, Google's a search engine, isn't it? So it's directly on there.
Yeah.
Graham's putting the thumbs up. He's ready. Are you ready? You better be. We had a good chat yesterday with Graham. He called up about an estimate for a chap. We'll save that for when we get him on. But yeah, good times. Graham is killing it at the minute. Absolutely killing it.
That's meant to see as well from, obviously you said that he's a new tech and that. How long have I been doing dents now? 20 odd years. But to be at that level, it's impressive. That
smashing it.
Very much, very much. I think there's probably a bit of a paradigm shift in anything as well. How things used to be, lead generation, this, that, and the other. We are in a bit of a new world, I would say, now, especially with social medias and just getting all that right. We've been saying it for a while, haven't we? Getting things set up right, SEO'd right, using everything correctly, and once you get that nailed, getting your content right, blah blah blah.
It takes a long time to do anything, really.
It does. It does.
Take hours.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, that's the whole thing, isn't it? Do you do it yourself, or do you outsource it to a company, or it's finding that cost versus reward sort of thing, isn't it? And it's definitely something to look into for everybody, I think, because, like I say, I think the paradigm's changing a little bit. We're in a bit of a new world now, aren't we? Especially with COVIDs and Brexits and this, that, and the others, and we shall see. It's time to hustle for sure.
He'll be eligible for his vaccine, won't he? Because he's in 40 group now, Martin.
Burn.
Well, have you already had yours?
I haven't, no. My message said
he was sending them over on a seagull, weren't they?
I don't know. You guys, East Side massive. Right, guys, do we have any other business to attend to? We're actually rocking on the 1 hour 15-minute mark. Look at that.
I've finished all my notes. Yeah, best dent ever, worst dent ever. If you want to, if you know any,
let's wrap it up with
20 years, you must have done quite a few dents.
My worst dent was a roof job, which someone had actually died on.
Oh dear.
Yeah. So this was I think it was a Vauxhall Gila, and it was a Motability car, and it had been out on Motability. It only got 1,500 mile on clock, and the guy was up his ladders cleaning his second floor windows, and apparently had a heart attack. And he's come straight back off and landed on his roof. And
I think I remember when you did that.
Our end of him. So so this got brought to independent sort of garage that I used to do work for a bit ago, and I was presented with a challenge. Can you do anything with this? So I can't remember how many hours I was in exactly, about 16, 18 hours on it. And 2 days later, it was on pitch, and that was it. Sold, gone.
Wow.
But that was a big learning curve. But they used to give me a lot of challenges like that with Motability cars, which helped me get to where I am now. Again, that was
win or learn thing, isn't it?
Because it was a Motability. You do what you can, and they'd take over with filler or whatever you needed to do afterwards.
Right, yeah.
And if you've got a body shop like that prepared to give you that sort of work, that's going to get you to the standard where you can take on that bigger stuff and that more challenging stuff.
100%.
Because you just push yourself to give them that bit more every time, so that repair's getting smaller and smaller. And there was a time when I first started doing them sort of rough out repairs where you'd be straight in there with a tool and just wangling it out and, splitting paint and all sorts of stuff like that. But that's not the way to go about them sort of repairs. Is to get everything down to that point or that paint defect where that paint defect needs sorting out and sanding back and priming, and then so get everything back to where it needs to be.
Yeah, man, for sure.
Similar when I was in the body shop, was panel beating, learning how to do dents. That's pretty much the same as what I did. At first you'd muller the jobs up, but after a while you'd get them out and you'd try and beat the painters, wouldn't you?
Yeah, definitely.
You'd try and do it so that the painters didn't have to touch it, and you'd be like, just done that.
Yeah.
That's it. I mean, it's what I'd say to sort of any new tech as well, is sometimes you've got to get to that point where it's like, forget about the money, forget about what you've got in this, get to the point where you can just use it to push yourself. You know, just switch off, like, win this challenge.
That's
like
what I mean
you just
about
said.
the puzzle. That's what I mean. I always like the challenge and the puzzle of it.
Yeah.
Trying to figure
exactly.
it out. How is this going to get that to that stage to get me to get that out of there?
Yeah.
And that's it. Yeah.
Yeah. Every dent's got a key, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has. Yeah. Chase it back.
Sometimes that key is body shop.
Yeah, it is. Sometimes. Yeah.
Power PDR.
Last minute, that last glue pull after an 8-hour job, and it can pull paint off and it kicks your ass. But
yeah, that's nasty. That is.
But that's what I mean about obviously relaying with customer about expectations and what could finally go wrong at that last minute, because that's when it probably will go wrong. Is them last few final pushes. You know, if you've had to do a cheeky flat and polish to get rid of a couple of little nibs or a cheeky place, and then you lift again on that spot and it fractures because there's not enough there, or no heat, you've just been a little bit complacent and not put heat into the panel in the right spot.
Yep.
And you've lifted and paint's cracked. So yeah.
Correct.
Just be mindful. Take it slowly. Take it steadily. If you're having a bit of a head wobble, just take 5 minutes. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And go back to it. There's been times in the past where I've had a bar down door in the exactly right place and it's slipped out. And I've been there for about 5 minutes trying to, where's that bloody hole? You know what I mean? Trying to get back in there. Give your head a shake. Have 5 minutes, come back in, and then it slips straight back in again. And you're
Great advice. Great advice, though. Like, we joke about it, but...
Go and have a coffee break, come back.
Yeah, that's the one. What's Dave saying? So it's Friday night. Steve's on the Stella. What are you on, Martin and Ben?
I'm on the water tonight. Just the water.
Cheers, Dave.
I finished the beers earlier.
Coffee, mate. It's not coffee. It's not.
No.
Just trying to look professional, that's all.
That's it, yeah. After last week, yeah.
That was a good Friday night, cheers, mate. And we'll
that
look
was
to
good,
the next.
yeah.
Always good banter.
Next Friday, aren't we?
Always good banter, mate. Throw the script out the window and have a crack.
So make sure you're all there.
That's right. Well, shall we say, is it time to start winding it down, Steve?
We should wind it down. Yeah, unless you got anything else to say.
I'm not only on for an hour. This is an hour and 22 in it at the moment.
It is an hour and 22. We're way over our streaming limit.
Anyone yet then?
Well,
no, still got 13 people on now. Hey, that's good, is that?
That's all right, boys and girls. I tell you what, Andy's got work tomorrow. Anyone else working?
Not tomorrow, no.
Good lad, Martin.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not working. Full day off.
Mate, I've got the weekend off. It's the wife's birthday on Sunday, so I'm on duty. Happy birthday indeed. Thanking you, lads. I shall pass that on. But, well, I'm sure she's watching because she loves this show.
Now Mrs. gone to bed with little and to watch Netflix. That's not interested one bit.
Guys, thank you ever so much for everyone that has jumped on and watched tonight and commented. As always, hopefully there's been some wicked information and you've got to learn some more about Steve. Definitely go follow Steve across all platforms. Mr. Wax on, Wax off, the current leader.
I'm going for that third Dan.
The current leader of Dent of the Week.
Yeah.
Second Dan. Yeah, boy. I don't know. Go follow Steve. I Do Dents on Facebook and Instagram. I'm just trying to find the banner for you now. There you go. I_do_dents_limited. The dude is savage.
Send him all your work.
Yes, please do. I don't mind.
But not be on the side of Whitby.
I'd love a little cherry at this point. You know, just a quick one poke or something like that. Yeah, honestly.
We want them.
Well, I'll keep trying. Next job I get in Whitby, you can have it.
I don't mind Whitby, so it's a nice drive.
Nice. I've been Ben from Trident PDR. Who have you been?
I've been Steve from I Do Dents.
Martin Sadler.
Yep, I've been me from
for Dent Remover. I'll talk for you. And it's been Steve Woods from I Do Dents. Catch us on Sunday. Guys. We'll put this up on Sunday on YouTube. Go follow us on all social medias at those Dent guys. And indeed, if you need to email us at those, not at, it's just those Dent guys at gmail.com, but it's those Dent guys with a Z.
That's the
all
one.
Streaming services, Martin?
Libsyn, I have all of them. I can't see
Can't
the
hear you
banner.
for some reason. That mark's gone. Anyway, we're on all streaming services. Libsyn, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts. Just search out those Dent guys, and we will see you on the flip side. He's gone. He's just talking at nothing. Anyway, guys, we've been those Dent guys. That's Steve Woods. I'm Ben. That's Martin. We will see you next time. Cheers. And we're going to chuck the end credits up right now.